Video's going as well. Would you like to introduce yourself? Jurgen, would you like to introduce yourself?
Jurgen Schaus, friends of Isaac.
Yeah. Let's make sure we're speaking up a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. What So you're into martial arts and such? Would you like to talk about that?
I did martial arts almost 4 years, and I quit a little bit to move to the Springs.
Okay.
And then I came back, and it took me. When I left to the Springs, I was almost 600. No, when I left to the Springs, I was 230. And then when I came back, I was over 600. Took me about 4 months to get down to like 520-ish. And then I joined the MMA gym again. And then I've been there for almost 2 years, probably about a year and a half. Now I'm about 290, 280. I haven't weighed myself in a month or two. So that's, ever since then, that's just all I do, 5-6 days a week. Sometimes 2-a-day classes if I have the time. I've always loved it. It's something I do. Everyone thinks it's a chore, and it's not easy, but to me it's something I love doing. I've always done it. I tried football in high school. This wasn't me. As much as I love football, and I've been following the Broncos my whole life, since MMA is just fun. I don't have to think about nothing. I just do it. I walk in, I just go.
That's awesome.
I love it. It's just, I think it's a sport everyone should try eventually. I mean, it may not be for everyone, but I think everyone should try it. Whether it's jiu-jitsu, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, wrestling even. It's just something I love doing. It's just a passion.
Awesome. Do you ever do any like tournaments or anything with that?
Not yet. I want to. I just started jiu-jitsu. I've probably only done like 2 months worth. So I've been like either I'm gonna say I'm gonna get 6 to 8 months full of jiu-jitsu, and then I want to try. I could do they call it like a house tournament where I go in and do only Muay Thai. But my thing is I like taking you down and just ground and pounding you, get you out. 'Cause yeah, I can swing haymakers all day, but if I get caught and I'm down, I lost. So I like doing MMA than just one thing. I've done multiple sparring matches before. Like you go like I'll say 85%, and I think I do. I held my own well against heavyweights, light heavyweights, middleweights, all of it. But I want to eventually get to MMA where I can do it all.
Yeah.
Because like I say, you can swing all you want, but if you get caught yourself, you're done. So if I don't feel safe on the feet, I can go to the ground. Vice versa. If I know that dude's better on me on the ground, I'm gonna keep it standard because I know I can do better on the feet. This is always something I like doing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's good to have training and have diversity.
Oh yeah, I think everybody should try it. At least something. Striking, ground, it don't matter.
So what are all the fighting styles you know? So
I've mostly only done Muay Thai. That's really like my main focus because I love using my knees and elbows. So I mean, boxing is cool, but you only get to use a little bit of feet work and can't really distract them with your legs. So I love doing Muay Thai because I could fake a knee and then all of a sudden they catch a left hand, or I could fake a spin and come back and kick them right in the leg or something. It's all. I love doing Muay Thai the most because you never know what's gonna get thrown at you. I mean, yeah, boxing's cool, and like if you knock them out, all right, good, you got hands, that's cool. But okay, I'll fight you, but let's do Muay Thai because sure you got hands, but is your leg strong enough to take a leg kick from me? I don't know. So
yeah,
it's one way to find out.
That's awesome. I remember when I was young, I did a little bit of like I think it was karate. And yeah, it's fun. It's cool to like just practice the movements and just get to like the.
See, I heavily respect people that do karate. But if you're gonna try to use it on me, that's a bad idea because most of their kicks is either straight or they're gonna swing really wide. I'm gonna catch that and come down with the elbow and break your leg. I mean, if you're faster than me, congratulations. But a lot of times, their kicks aren't round kicks or we call them like a question mark kick. We come up and go over the top. No karate does that. Either straight punches or straight kicks. I can fake it swinging a leg kick and all of a sudden catch you with the overhand. So I mean, karate's cool. I like it. Just like Krav Maga, I think that's really good to use on the streets. But there's no way I'd bet money a Krav Maga guy versus an MMA guy all day. MMA's gonna win.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's yeah, you know, you need diversity in everything. You know, you can't just be focused in one area.
But you always respect everybody that does some kind of martial arts because you never know what they could do.
No doubt.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. So, like you said, you did some sports. What other sports have you done in your life?
I tried football, basketball. I can only shoot threes. I can't dribble, work nothing.
Yeah.
I can't. Free throws are the worst. I just shoot threes. I can't play soccer because I'm slow. I can't. There's no way I'm running up and down, up and down. I'm good.
That's a lot of stamina.
Oh yeah. For sports, that's really my whole life. I've always watched football. I could probably play the sport right now, but just going into high school is repetitive, repeat. I hate doing the same thing over and over and over. I like mixing up. That's why I like martial arts because if today I don't want to train kickboxing, I go to jiu-jitsu. Or if I don't want to do jiu-jitsu, I can do wrestling. Or I can mix it up every day, and you're learning something new every day. So like soccer, basketball, football, you're doing the same thing over and over and over until you make it to college, and then you can switch it up. Or from little kids to high school, you're pretty much hitting the weights and running a lot and doing the same drills.
Yeah.
So that's my big point on doing martial arts. Is always learning, always growing. You can never reach even a black belt, going to red belt. You're always learning something. There's no point. There's no thing of stopping. It's always learning.
No doubt, man. It's always about learning. It's
Oh,
about growth, change,
Oh yeah, every day.
adapt, and overcome.
Yep, exactly. Like my boy said, John Jones. He's been always I've watched him way before UFC, and he's always said, as long as you don't quit, it's never over.
Exactly.
That's a good one.
Yeah. You never fail, or you never actually lose until you quit.
Yep.
That's one thing I heard.
It's like many times you get knocked down, as long as you get up, it's never over.
That freaking poster right there says, "Fall down 7, get back up 8."
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's the key to life, y'all. Secret.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Yeah,
Don't quit.
Gotta keep going.
Quit. That's what it's.
So what other kind of stuff you into? Do you into like read at all? Or?
I only read if like my coach. He's the one that set me up with that book. My jiu-jitsu coach, Austin Jones. He told me to read that. And every week, or no, I think it's every month or week. I gotta ask him. They read the fight team because there's students, and then the fight team, which they fight and do everything else. They always have to read a book every month. And he told me about that book, so I read it. And ever since then, I've always liked reading. Even today, I go back and I read it. Because if you ever guys read it blows your mind a lot.
I love books like that.
It makes you really think. Every chapter you sit there and think like, all right.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna get that book. I'm gonna check it out.
The subtle art of not giving a fuck.
Yeah, that shit sounds interesting. Mark Hansen?
Yep.
Yep.
I've only read 2 of his books.
You read both those ones I showed you?
Yep.
That's
It's orange and the blue one. They're both good.
Reading's good. You know, like I was just, we were talking about with like the, it's good to mix it up with martial arts. That's how I feel. Like even, physicality and mentality. It's good to feed the brain while you feed the body.
Oh, yeah.
Work on both.
Yep. If you have a strong mind, you're gonna have a strong body.
Definitely. Yeah, it's good stuff. You know, it really is. Especially like just reading. Reading is really good. You know, it's.
Oh yeah, there's been multi-millionaires, billionaires by now that they used to just read and learn, and now like people want it, but they don't work for it.
Mm-hmm.
People's gotta start working for it.
Everybody wants it right away.
They want it. Yeah.
It's about the highlights of the book. They don't want to read it.
I know, right?
They want to know what's in it, but they don't want to read it.
Yeah, it's truth, man. You know, like patience is truly something that's truly rewarding. You know, like waiting to get a reward rather than the instant gratification is.
It's just like the lotto. If you wait and play and you wait, and as many times as you play and lose, that one time you can play, boom.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, no, that's something my grandpa was telling me too the other day because I went and did a Mega Millions ticket, and it's only like $2. You know, what do you really got to lose?
Everybody tells me, oh, you're always wasting your money, you're always losing. Yeah, until that one day I win, and you're gonna be hitting me up, and I'm gonna be blocked. You said I couldn't do it, block.
Yep.
Yeah, that's.
I always thought those memes were funny. Where they would have the guys, they would be digging, right? And they'd have the guy, he stops digging right before the treasure.
Oh, I know, those are hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
And so never give up. Never give up. Gotta keep going.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah,
most times it's in your mentality that you're tired. If you tell yourself that you're good, you go another, who knows how long you can do it. Most people just give up right at the end. That's why you see a lot of people fail in life because, I'm doing it, and then they saw no results and they quit right at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's like brings back to my favorite martial arts is as many rounds you can go and even fights, people they start getting tired and gassed. If you tell yourself you're not done, you keep going. I've learned that every sparring session I do is I get tired and fatigued because I already did a workout, and then I dig deep and just tell myself right before the round is you're not tired, it's your brain, and then I go.
Yeah. Shit.
That's why I always look up to John Jones because he always says quotes about that is I may be tired, but as long as I don't tell myself that, I keep going forever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a mental game. The mind can do great things. The power of belief.
And a lot of people, it's hard to tell them that, and they don't believe it, and then they see you do. How you doing that? I told you, it's the power of will.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't got no will, you ain't gonna have no power.
No doubt.
Yeah, you gotta push yourself. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? You gotta want it. Inside of you. You gotta want it enough to keep going.
Exactly. How do you think champions become champions? Is they don't quit. They go.
Exactly. Like, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna win it.
As much as you're sore or tired or don't want to do it, it's like going to work. No one ever wants to go to work. But at the end, when you get that paycheck, all right.
Yeah, it feels worth it, I guess. Yeah,
for real.
No doubt.
As much as work sucks, you just got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck work.
No doubt. Shit, but yeah, that's just some things. Yeah, nothing to it but to do it. And get it done.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Some of my cousin always told me,
gold.
As long as you do it right the first time, you don't have to do it again.
Yeah, that reminds me of something my grandpa always told me. Like, lazy people do, have to do things twice.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, do it right the first time. Don't have to do it again.
Exactly.
Yeah. My mom was always about that too, doing things right the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember no sayings, but I just know you had to do it right the first time. Or else you don't want to know what happens after.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes life easier too. Just doing it that way and getting things done. Once something's done, it's no longer an issue. It's less things on your plate, and you can focus on future achievements.
No, for real.
It's just, it's simple, but
it gives you more fuel, to keep going. Especially once you look back, like you finish things, You know, you're like, oh, I finished all this. Now I could definitely do all this other stuff. You know, you build confidence that way. You know,
Confidence is key to everything.
Exactly. You know, the more you accomplish, the more you believe you can accomplish more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's just like this perpetuating cycle.
Mm.
You know, and you just influence and inspire yourself. That's why I've been doing everything I've been doing. You know, I keep doing it because it's been inspiring me so much with how I've been doing it. I'm like, damn, I read, like, I think it was like 6 books in a month and a half.
That's good.
That shit was nice, you know. So I was like, all right, for sure. Like, I've already read 2 books. I'm like a third of the way through this new book I just read. I just started. And, you know, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to fucking keep reading. I got that whole bookshelf over there. I'm fucking finished that.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. You know, I feel you on the whole book thing. You know, I've been finishing books too, and it's it's great. It is inspiring. You know, things when you finish anything, you know, it's
Bro, especially
use that to inspire.
you were reading them big ass books. You read The Stand, It. Like, those are.
Yeah, they take time. Yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, it's the thing that people need to realize though too, like, because people see those and they get, you know, they're like, oh, I can't do that, you know, but you're not reading the whole thing at once, you know.
Yeah, bro.
You literally don't read the whole thing at once. You know,
line by line, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
chapter by chapter.
It's the number one thing that's wrong in America is everyone tells themselves they can't.
Yeah.
You can do it. You just don't want to.
Yeah.
Everybody wants money. They don't want to work for it.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a champion. They don't want to work for it.
Yeah.
That's me. Everyone asks me, why are you always in the gym? Why are you so motivated? I'm motivated because I want to do something, not to sit on my couch all day and do nothing. I want to feel like somebody.
Yeah,
And just sit on my couch, don't work, and cry about everything.
Yeah. No doubt. You gotta manifest your reality, you know? You gotta make what you want happen.
Yep.
It's not just gonna drop in your lap, and if it does, you're not gonna appreciate it.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly. You guys asked me about mine. What are your future goals? What do you guys want to achieve in life? Everybody asks me what I want. I want to get well, make sure I'm happy, everyone around me's happy. I want to eventually compete and see where this. I've trained many years. I'm going on almost 5 years. Eventually, I want to, at least by 2022, I want to try something. Whether it's a jiu-jitsu tournament, kickboxing tournament, I want to try something. Because I could train in the gym all day and have fun, but I want to see where I'm at.
Okay.
That's my future goals. If I can make it, that's something I've always wanted to do. I always want to be a pro athlete somewhere, not for the fame or the money, because I want to make sure that I know that I could be somebody, and not just like I said. Everyone, oh, you're a UFC fighter. Oh, let's take a picture. I know many UFC fighters. My head coach is in the UFC. His name's Yusuf Salah. He made it off a flying knee kick on ESPN. And it's cool, and yeah, he's always telling me like, oh yeah, I'm always getting hit up and all this and that. I don't care about the fame. I want to know that I made it from starting where nowhere to now. Just growing up, I wasn't in a bad neighborhood or bad place, but I grew up with a lot of bad people. So that's where I want to be.
You just want to be in a better place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that, you know, like me, I guess, in a way, I'm already where I've always wanted to be. You know, I just, like when I was young, I just always wanted to be able to take care of myself, have my own stuff. You know, and now I got my own place and stuff.
And you're a rapper. Maybe you can make it big one day.
Yeah, that's definitely part. That's definitely my dreams.
Everyone starts somewhere, and it goes back to me. Everyone starts with a jab. Everyone starts from somewhere.
Yeah.
As long as you keep grinding, you're gonna grow and grow and grow.
See, that's what I've been doing, man. You know, I've just been grinding. You know, I've been doing King Supers so I could keep my bills paid, and like I've started building a little bit of revenue. You know,
Hey, money's money. I don't care if you sell dope. I don't care if you go push carts. I don't care. Hold a sign for 12 hours and get paid $5. Money's money to me. A penny could add up to $1.
Nah,
You
true.
can turn $1 into 20
That's
bucks.
true.
To
Nah,
me,
for
it's
real.
just all about.
It's
As
about
long as you're doing something in life, than sitting at home doing nothing. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I've always been that way. Just I like to be doing something. You know, I have to be doing something.
Cause I used to be real lazy, and then I look back and I gotta change something.
No doubt.
What about you?
I mean,
Cause we both work at Walmart.
yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you know, I definitely don't want to work there forever. That's not my dream at all.
That's my goal.
That's
Eventually
Sam's
get out of
dream.
there.
Yeah, and you know, it's definitely just I'm using it to you know, obviously get some revenue and propel my dreams. Like it's helped me, you know, get all this together and you know start to do something with you know like my freestyles you've seen and you know just get out there, you know, and do something and really just make music that I like and you know that I feel is truth and you know that people could feel and maybe see some truth in themselves. But yeah, you know, I hope to be just you know successful, you know, where I can have my own place, you know, have my own things and just live freely, you know, without worry and
Yep.
be, you know,
That's-
be able to make my art.
That's always my thing. Is I don't care to be rich. I want to be wealthy, to where I have a couple grand in there and not have to worry about, oh, how am I gonna pay the rent or the car payment. As long as I got at least a couple grand, and I'm doing what I love to do, I don't care about being rich or famous. Like I said before, it's
Yeah.
fame. Okay, you get noticed and you get a lot of free stuff, but I'd rather work for my stuff than just get a handout.
No doubt.
That's what I'm saying.
I've,
like,
I've
you know,
always been a big giver than a receiver. I'd rather give things to people than take things away.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't need to like make a lot. You know, people are always trying to be rich. You know, and that's why they fail. I feel like a lot of times because they stretch it too far. You know what I'm saying?
Being a millionaire is cool. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's cool.
any who wouldn't want to take $1 million, but it's how you proceed yourself. People get rich, like athletes get rich, and then they think, "Oh, I'm too good." You get a picture when I have time. Like, okay, you're another dude like me.
Yeah.
You have problems just like me. It's how you handle yourself and what you do with your money.
Exactly, because you could do a lot with a little. You know,
Oh,
and
big time.
that's definitely something that has been said many times by many people.
Oh,
You know, you do a lot with a little, and I feel like if we were to exercise that a little more in our own daily lives, we could find out how we could do more with less.
oh yeah.
You know, and then we can capitalize on more and more and more. You know,
That's-
later on down the road with more. You feel me?
That's something I've always hated. Is people get rich and they go out and buy Gucci and these nice bags. Like me, I put on my mom, put on everything. If I ever became rich, I'd still shop at Walmart for my clothes.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Because I don't care about having a Gucci belt. Look what I got. Like Walmart stuff feels the same as that $100 T-shirt.
No doubt.
I go spend
Not
$5
better.
on a T-shirt and look just as good.
Yeah. You know, one thing, you know who Jake Jabs is? The American French Warehouse guy?
I don't.
Well, he, you know, he gave, I went to this, you know, pretty much meeting where he talked and stuff and gave out some points. One thing he points out that really, you know, stuck to me and, you know, I've come to really realize is, you know, live below your means. You know,
Exactly. Yep.
you can afford it, but, you know, when you need it, you know, is it really a need? You know,
Exactly.
there's wants and there's needs and, you know, once you realize the difference and,
Now I'm not saying I want to go buy fancy stuff because I would have a nice truck,
yeah,
a
no
nice
doubt.
car.
Yeah, I understand that.
But people that flash it like, hey, I got this $1 million necklace. Like, I hate jewelry to begin with.
Mm.
It's just something to me. Is that's you're flashing to me like you got money, but yeah, I'm 100% guarantee that I have the same much money as you do.
Mm-hmm.
You just have more because you either got it or somehow you put yourself in the place to get it, which is cool. I like people that grind for their stuff and like artists and stuff that came up from nothing to now. Like my biggest artist is Kevin Gates.
Mm.
And everybody knows that and everyone jokes and stuff, but he came from Louisiana from nothing to always grinding, handing out CDs to now he's a millionaire sitting on a ranch minding his business.
Mm.
That's something I want to do. Is I want to become wealthy or rich is cool, but I just want to keep my own business, stay in peace, And just keep the real ones around me, and you can tell who the fake ones are because you get money and they're gonna come around a lot. So if you come around a lot and I become wealthy or rich, I'm gonna exclude you from my life because that just shows me that you weren't with me since day one. You're just here waiting to see what I was gonna do in life, and then bounce. So
Yeah, there's a lot of that. It's wild. You know, money's a wild thing.
people say that makes the world go round. I think it makes people go round. Because the world is gonna be here spinning until it blows up one day.
Go around in loops.
Yeah.
Fucking around money. And there's a work cycle every week. Big ass loop with the same shit.
Exactly.
Shit, you know. Man, I hate doing work. The only thing I like about my job is that they switch my days like all the time, like my work days.
Yeah.
So my days off will always be different every week.
So that's cool. I just always been I've always took Sundays off to watch football. Every other day I don't care. But I like having a set days off because you can plan things. So if you say you're off Tuesday, Friday, and then next week you're off Monday, Sunday, you can't. Hey, what'd you do? Oh, I gotta look. And then if they're not free, like oh, Saturday, Sunday is my days off, so we can plan stuff then. Other people's like, oh, I gotta check. I'm like, yeah, it's cool having split days off and different days throughout the week. This is nothing I like doing because you can't plan all the time. You can be like, I think we can do it this day. Let me check. And then they're like, oh, I gotta work. I will plan another time. So days off like that is cool. It's just nothing I like.
I feel that.
No. Yeah, I prefer the 2 consecutive and set. But you know.
You got 3 right now though, right? You got the 3 days off.
Yeah, I mean, that's
something I would like is working 4-10 days.
Yeah.
4 days, 10 hours. Then you get your 40 and done.
Yeah. It's
Our
nice.
job don't really like doing that.
But I mean, you know, because I do work the night shift, it's just like, you know, I sleep. Like that whole day, that first day is like I sleep the whole day. So
I mean, it's cool for people that do night shift. It's not for me because I like having a life. A lot of people that work, you wake up at like 12, 1. You gotta eat, shower, get ready. By the time you're getting ready, you gotta go, and then you work and you come back, do it all over again. And then your days off, you just feel tired, you just want to sleep.
Yeah, it's, you know, because I used to work security overnights, and then it was really bad like that. Because yeah, you know, I wanted to really enjoy life and go out and do things and be up with people and all this and that, and you know, I couldn't find the balance. But you know, this time luckily I've been able to, you know, just, you know, find it where I can sleep. You know, I need to sleep, and I sleep when I need to, and then after that I'm good.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes it really just dominates the day, like sleeping. It is interesting though, you know, being a creature of the night.
Hey, when people do it, I respect them for doing it because they can find a balance. But I found about 90% of people, it's hard for them. They just sleep and then they get up and they go to work and sleep.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah, me. I be working, right? So like I get off at 10 and I do my music too. So sometimes I get up and I do my music before work, and then I also come home after work and I'll stay up till like 4 or 5 doing music after work.
Yeah, right.
Keep going.
That's that grind we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like 2 jobs, you know. That's how I see it. So
I see that's a bad thing to see it as 2 jobs because eventually you're gonna start hating it.
well, I don't hate it. I don't see it like that. You know,
Yeah.
like one is my
You gotta
love.
feel it as a recess, something you're ready to go do. Like work's done, let's go. I'm ready to go sing, rap. You know, it's something you get home, let's do it. Build up a beat.
It's
You
more
get
like something
off
I
and,
do.
Oh, I gotta rap, man.
It's more like I see it as something I just do. You know, it's like a part of me. You know, and I love it.
That's me too. I get off of work and I sit at home like, man, can it be 7 yet? Let's go. I'm ready to go. And then I'm at work. I'm like, I gotta make it through. And then right as I get off, oh, let's go stretch, get ready. That's something, like I said, martial arts has always been something I love doing because I get so excited to do it. Like if I'm at the gym, I don't worry about nothing. Say the workout's over, I'm like, man, back to life.
Mm.
It's just like video games. A lot of people play video games. Like I play video games, and it's nice. But the second you're done with the mission or you're ready to get off, you're like, oh, life.
Yeah.
So you always got to find something you love doing in life, or it's always gonna get boring to you. You're gonna be done.
Yeah.
Mm.
Definitely.
So like I never look at it like, oh, I gotta go to training. Damn, another workout. I'm like, I'm ready for this. Work's done. I'm done. I made my money for the day. Time to go work.
Yeah, I don't see it like that, but like it is almost like 2 jobs, you know, because I put well over 40 hours in music too, you know. But I don't see it as like a chore.
Yeah.
You know, it's just something that I want to do. So
second
I'm at
nature.
work. I'll think about doing music.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
your
I
second
might-
nature.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's just what I love to do. So
Yeah.
I come home, I'm motivated to do music. I get right to it. You
Yes.
know, sometimes I chill.
I've always like making beats is something I've always wanted to do. Like doing like a DJ style. I've always wanted to do that. I just can't ever find the ways to make it happen. But I think mixing like making beats or doing like DJ stuff. That's something I do like a side job, something cool. But like martial arts has always been my number one favorite thing. Like people that make music, I'm like, they come up with sick beats.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, damn, all right.
There's some dope ass instrumentalists out there, bro.
Oh, big time,
For real.
Mm.
big time.
Everywhere, even especially in Colorado, there's a lot of them. Unknown. People don't even know 'em. I went to this. It was like an event called Sound Advice where they.
I heard about that.
You heard about that?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I went to that. And I met a whole bunch of people. I met rappers, beat makers, some photographers and stuff.
Sometimes you
know,
get the hook up
singers.
there too.
The what?
Sometimes you get the hook up there. You meet
Nah,
someone
for
like,
real.
hey, come through to my studio.
Nah, for real. I met a lot of good resources there, like
Yeah.
for real. And they're all from Colorado. You know, there's dope ass beat makers, dope ass artists out here, man. Like Colorado is really.
There's a lot of people like that everywhere you go. And most of them are chill. A lot of them, some of them you gotta be careful because they just want your beats and then never talk to you. A lot of them are cool. I met a couple of artists just drive downtown, just walking downtown. Hey, you listen to rap? Yeah. All right, here, check this out. It has a couple songs on it. Listen to it, and then hit me up on social and let me know. But that's how I found a lot of my underground stuff.
That's tight.
Nice.
Sometimes you just walk and like find a good artist, and all of a sudden you start listening. That's how they grow. You share their stuff, and they grow.
Yeah.
That's how, like I said, my favorite artist, Kevin Gates, he started handing out music, and it just popped up on YouTube one day, and I just listened to him. Ever since then, like everyone started listening to him like 2 phones. I listened to him when he started out with long dreads and trying to sound like Jamaican music. Now he's like this big old artist that everyone's like, oh, I know Kevin Gates. Like, you don't know Kevin Gates when he was starting out.
Yeah.
Damn,
I like listening to music that I start out and no one knows them, and then they're just big.
Yeah, I like that too.
So what are some other artists?
Some other artists I listen to?
Yeah.
I listen to Drake, Migos. I listen to, what's his name? I listen to Zero.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if anyone knows
I know
him.
Zero.
Zero.
Yeah.
If you play him
Texas.
in Houston, everyone's gonna love you.
Mm-hmm.
Because he started out with just little artists in Houston.
No, I
Yeah,
feel like
Houston,
Houston's a good place to like try and
Yeah.
go market your stuff because they just show love.
Trey the Truth.
Mm.
I like the new mixed with the old. Just depends on your mood.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want like pump up beat, that's where Migos come in. And on the Future, if you want something slow, you listen to Zero, Bun B, stuff like that. Small, slow rap. You know, AJ at the work, he raps.
Yeah, actually, he was on the last podcast.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Merciless.
yeah. Nope. Merciless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Shit with Jay the rarest.
Yeah. Good shit, man. You know, yeah, we're trying to, you know, showcase, you know, the Denver scene too, you know. So I mean, you know, if you know any other artists, let them know.
Man, I don't have to go through. There's so much music that I just next.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely, you know, no shortage of variety. You know, music's everywhere and it's everything.
And I also listen to like a little bit of country
Mm.
and other things, but my main thing, I've always grown up with like rap, like Bone Thugs and all those
Right.
guys growing up. Because, like I said, I grew up kind of around. I didn't grow up in a bad spot. I never was like broke or poor, as like in between. Like we always made it somehow, but I always grew up with like thugs and like my cousin. Like he's really in the gang, so I grew up around that stuff a lot. And just seeing some things I probably shouldn't have grown up, but it's maybe who I am today. I kind of looked at everybody else around, and I'm definitely not going to be like that. So how should I be? I watch the next dude. Like I definitely don't want to do that. Or hey, he seems like he's on the right track. A lot of my inspiration and role model growing up was my cousin. And at first he was in the Navy, and then he moved back, and we didn't start hanging out till like 9-10 years ago. And ever since I followed what he did and what I shouldn't do, and he's kind of like became my dad, kind of. So I just watched what he used to do and what he didn't do, and kind of took what the mix of what I liked to do and what he did, and it's kind of made my own person who I am today. I just kind of zeroed in on, before I do anything, rather I should spend this money, or I should go do this, or I shouldn't do that. I kind of sit and think. And that's a lot of people. They have a decision and then they make it real quick. And then sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So a lot of times I sit there and like, okay, should I go buy a pair of other shoes or not? And then I sit there like, well, if I do I have money for this? And if I do, then I go spend it. If not, and I don't, if I've ever a clue like, oh, I don't have money for that, but I might, I don't do it. That's something he's always told me, is always watch your money. If you feel like you might not have it, don't do it, just save it. If you have it at the end, okay, fine. But it's always something I watched him do. Is wisely make choices. And that's a lot of people's mistakes, is they think it's right and then they go do it. And then they end up, oh man, like you didn't think about it first time. No. That's always something I told all my nephews growing up, is make choices on the right decision. Don't think and go.
Yeah, you know, that's something I really did like a lot of pondering on when I was like, you know, in my 15 ages and such. But yeah, you know, like you gotta, you know, 10 minutes or 15, maybe even 30 minutes. You know, it doesn't hurt to think maybe that long on something, you know, if you can, you know. But yeah, you know, what's the harm? You know, thinking something through and understanding what it is you're doing, why you're doing it. You know,
I get, we're all human. We're all just, sometimes we're gonna make a mistake and just make that choice and then we're regretting it later.
Yeah.
But if you always have in the back of your mind, just over and over, is think about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people just, that's something I take at least once a week. I sit there and think, what I do wrong this week, and what can I do right next week?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, they just go to day to day to day to day, and then they keep doing the same stuff. Every week I take 1 hour and think, what did I do wrong this week that I could change next week? And then that's how better choices become. Is, okay, I did this, now I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, you know, change is constant, and I feel, you know, we should always be on that tip too. You know, you gotta be improving and
A lot of
better
people
learning.
hate change.
Change is nature.
Yeah, you know, it scares a lot of people. Yeah, but yeah, it's nature. It is what it is. It's bound to happen. You know, regardless, if you like it or not.
Yep. It's ride the waves. Is what I do. I just ride the wave.
Yeah.
It's a constant series of adapting, you know. I was watching this podcast last night with T.I. and Fabulous.
Oh, I seen that. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and Yeah, he was just talking about adapting, like how he was coming up as an artist, Fabulous, and how he just was always good at adapting, you know, to everything, you know, to the situation. So he's just always been real diverse. And he came up quick when he first came out.
It's always about it. Adapt to overcome.
Yeah, exactly. So that's something I've always, been pretty good at as well. I just adapt, just go through life. I've lived all over Colorado. Kind of learned to just adapt.
Yeah.
I was moving all the time when I was a kid.
Me too, man. Me too. I used to move sometimes twice a year.
Yeah, for real. It's crazy. So you lose friends, make new ones, a lot of times.
Yeah.
Or you just stay to yourself. Like sometimes I just stay to myself. That was cool with me.
That's cool, man. Keep to yourself. You stay out of trouble.
For real though,
It is.
It's a blessing sometimes,
Sometimes it's better to keep to yourself than talk to people at all.
For real.
Some of those mouths can run too far.
Oh, for real.
So if you just stay to yourself and keep the friends that you've been known forever, it's better.
Yeah, that's really how I am,
Yeah.
Like, I don't really. I'm actually kind of hard at making friends because I really analyze people. I observe people a lot,
Yeah.
So like I don't know, if I feel like I can't trust you, then I'm not gonna really be as cool with you.
That's something I always feed off is people's vibes. If I feel wrong, and you're just like, I have a feeling next to you, like, oh, this man is kind of like judging me, or he doesn't know nothing about me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just walk the other way because sometimes those situations can become bad.
Oh, for real.
Like me, I moved out to California when I think it was 12. It's a long time. And I went out there with my uncle, and the whole time I didn't feel right. Nothing felt right. And all of a sudden, 2 days later, at 5 in the morning, we got robbed. It was me and him. And we got robbed and took all my stuff. And I knew then, I was like, I gotta go back home. So you always gotta think about, if you feel wrong, don't stay, leave.
Yep. I swear, because the one time I didn't listen to that, I got something bad happened.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I always remembered after that. I was like, yeah, anything like that ever happens again, I'm definitely not doing it.
Nah.
Because that shit, I know that there's something there. It's telling me something.
Yeah.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it. So.
But that's human though. Is a lot of us, we feel wrong, but we're gonna do it anyways because this is what our brain is telling us in the heart.
Yeah, sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need those lessons because then it teaches you too. Because like I said, I learned. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna listen now.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
But lessons help you grow too. So.
Yeah. I try to look at it as, there's no losses, just lessons.
Exactly.
Everything's a lesson.
Exactly.
You just gotta learn. It's all learning.
Yeah, and start to accept that we're in the school of life. Life is school. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
So learning every day, man. You're getting put to the test every day. The test before the lessons.
Yeah.
For real. I always heard experience was the worst teacher because you get the test before the lessons.
See, I've always heard that too, but I like being tested. If I don't have a test every day, then something's wrong. Something's going wrong that day. If I'm not getting tested, then something, I don't know. This is always how I've been. Something or someone's not testing.
It's too easy today.
Testing me on something. Something's about to go wrong.
All right.
If I'm learning that day from something, then I know, okay, today was a good day. Whether it's a bad day from learning or a good day, I know at least I did something. Because people was waking up, oh, I'm having a bad day, and da-da-da. That's okay, today's your test. What are we going to do to have an outcome better?
Exactly.
Sometimes you just learn from the day and go on, and sometimes you adapt to overcome that day. But if you're not having a test day, something's wrong. Something's about to go wrong.
I try to make a game out of everything.
Yep.
Not everything, but you know, to make it through the day at work or something.
Oh yeah.
So, sometimes you'll be carrying stuff, and it seems like something just knocks something out your hand.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? What was that? There's no way I would have dropped that. Like, but so I believe in like ghosts or whatever you want to call them, ghosts, fairies. I believe I have this little goblin guy. He plays this game with me. It's called Mischief Makers. I made it up.
Okay.
And he knocks stuff out of my hands to try and irritate me, to test me in my internal emotions. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that. I can down with that.
To keep me on my toes, you know what I'm saying? So I can learn how to keep my cool in certain situations. But it's challenging, don't get me wrong. You get kind of frustrated. You be doing some crazy shit, it seems like.
Yep. That's where that comes back to. If you're not getting tests daily, then something's wrong.
Exactly, but the fact that I did that, it makes it kind of fun, and now it's not as like because sometimes it's things like that'll happen. It'll be irritating, Now it's not as irritating because now I'm like I just laugh,
Everyone has their bad days, but it's about what you do with it.
Yeah, it's like 90% what happened. I don't know. It's like 10% what happens to you, 90% how you react.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's all perspective. It can always be worse. But that it's frustrating and it's annoying, but you gotta be grateful. At least this is offering you something to learn from, some way to improve. If you see that in everything, then life becomes easy. In a way, like instead of letting everything get in your way.
Life is as easy as you're gonna make it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's always gonna be challenges and bumps in the road. It's about how you overcome it.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's like, my life sucks, and da-da-da. I'm like, okay, so what did you do, not what the universe, what did you do to make your life suck? Because not all of us are perfect or rich or, as long as you're doing stuff to make yourself happy, that's all that matters.
Bro, you're not where you want to be or where you need to be then. If you're not happy, you're not in the situation you need to be in.
Exactly.
Because you should be happy doing what you're doing. Then that's how you know you're on the right path. Because your heart's in it. You just love it.
I know many depressed people that hate my life and I want a new one. Okay, so what are you gonna do to change it?
Exactly.
No, I'm just gonna keep working.
Exactly.
Okay.
And them kind of people you can't help. Because they just complain, but they never change their lives. Or take a step to change it.
Yep.
So. It gets to the point, just one ear out the other.
Exactly.
And they're just complaining just to complain. That's how I've been seeing it. A lot of people complain just to complain.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
They don't want to change nothing about it.
For real.
It's part of, I just go my way, and if you're on the ride. If not, see you later.
For real, man. Exactly. Because what's meant to be, come.
Because growing up, I used to always, how can I make myself look better to hang out with this group? And I'm like, if you don't want to hang out with me, I'm good. I got my own people.
Yeah.
So a lot of people always try to change themselves to make better friends, and they're not with you because they like you. They're just with you because you give them things. I want people that's gonna ride with me because they like me as a person.
Yeah.
Rather than, he always gives me stuff and always this and that, and just like people that don't want to ever hang out with me, I just leave alone. And people that always call me, I'm gonna ride with them till the end because I know they're there for who I am, not who they want me to be.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what it should be, It's it's interesting. A lot of people just give themselves over to, popularity, doing the thing that makes them most, liked rather than, being who they are.
Exactly.
And I mean, you know, it's gonna be a lot of people who do it, you know, now and forever. You know, it's just the way people, you know, become, you know, because they want to be, you know, people want to be welcome. You know, nobody wants to be, you know, the outcast in reality. You know, we all want to just, you know, coexist and live life and love it. You know, but you know, it's just the systems that's been created are just.
That's something I always did growing up. I always tried to make myself look good, and I'm like, I don't give a shit if you like me or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're my friend and you want to roll, let's go. If not, I don't really care.
Right.
Yeah. You know, just be you. You know, live your life. Other people are always gonna judge regardless.
Oh,
You know.
till you die, even after you die.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Even after you die, you probably all throughout eternity, you'd be fucking
People
echoing your judgments.
People just talk just to talk.
Yeah.
They want to be known. If you don't give them that attention, and you have other people don't give them that attention, eventually they're gonna go another way.
Yeah, lose their power, motivation, and they have to find another way to get it.
So if you're hanging out with a group, and a lot of young kids do this now, you hang out with a group and you're like, I like all these people, but that one dude hates me. And okay, so leave yourself, as much as you're gonna hate it, leave yourself from that group. If no one follows you from that group, they weren't really your friends. They're just trying to make you feel welcome. Second, you leave from that group and say I leave, and he follows me and you don't, I know he's been a real friend, you haven't. But if both of you follow me and we go our another way, alright, I'll keep rocking with you. But if I see you again and you, hey man, I'm just gonna walk away. Because I went this way and you didn't follow, so I know you're not with me because of who I am. You just want me to be that person. I used to do that a lot growing up. Now, I don't care.
Yeah. Being young is wild, you know, because it's crazy being young. You know, the interactions you have with other people at school. You know, all these things you say and do.
You don't know until you were told the right way.
Yeah, you know.
You just think, oh, this is right, I'm going to do this. And then when you're shown and you see it with your own eyes, yeah, I made the mistake, my bad.
Yeah, you know, it's just interesting, yeah, you know, nobody ever thinks about it, but, you know, we're wild animals, you know.
Yeah.
Especially in school, you know, like when the teachers aren't around, like these kids are doing whatever. You know, kids are doing things. And
I mean, I used to wear saggy pants and the red shirt, because that's all I grew up with is a bunch of Bloods, and this is the cool way. Now I'm like, I'm just wearing a t-shirt, shorts, and I train MMA and I do my own life.
Yeah.
Like all the friends I had in high school, I haven't talked to probably not one. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah, man. Life is, you know, we grow, we adapt, we change. You know, life is always gonna unfold the way it should be, I feel, but yeah, man, there's a lot to it.
Exactly. Yep. No one knows the key. Not one person has the key to life. Even trillionaires, they got problems. They have problems every day.
Yeah.
I thought we said there was a key to life. You just said it.
You could try to make your key to life, but is the right way? No one knows what the actual key to life is. This is how you make life.
I mean, there's multiple paths, you know.
Like homeless people. Some of them I don't feel bad because you made it that way. You don't have nothing to change. You don't change to make things better.
I know the key to happiness.
Yep.
You gotta see all the marvels of the world.
A beach house and music.
But never forget the 2 droplets of oil on the spoon.
Yes.
Never. That's the key to happiness. Learn it. Study it. Meditate on it. It's powerful.
That's something I believe in is meditation.
Oh, for real.
Rather it's sitting and listening to music or sitting in quiet. Like me, if I'm having a real bad day, my cousin always told me, just listen to music and space out for a little bit. Eventually you come back to earth and rethink things. But everyone's got to find their way back because depression hits everybody. That's how you deal with it. Like me, mine's music. If I sit and listen to music for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, eventually you're gonna come back down and feel better. Some people it's getting high. Some people it's going for a walk. Some people it's just you gotta find the right way, and then eventually you'll deal with depression a lot better. A lot of people are depressed and I haven't found out because you haven't tried nothing to fix it.
Yeah, I agree, man. You know, and it's all in you. You know, we are the ones who can take control and master the universe, really.
Yep.
And once you realize that, you can make life great for yourself. But you know, I think we should cut it off here.
Hey,
Not get too long.
we had a good run.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Appreciate you guys
Thanks for
having
coming
me.
through.
Whenever you guys want to do it again,
Oh yeah.
Always.
let me know. Maybe we'll talk about this virus next time.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too deep in it because.
Well, you know, peace and love, y'all. Take it easy.
Alright,
Thanks for
peace,
coming.
y'all.
Appreciate
Till
it.
next time.
That.